Hello there, welcome back to Sightless Gamer Hag. My name's Rachel. You alright? We're back playing some Disco Elysium, still on day 2. The beginning of day 2 was a very unsettling day. Very unsettling. Some stuff happened that kind of threw me for a bit of a loop. We ended up with a gun in our mouth at one point. We spoke to a recording, we had some other stuff that we needed to deal with, and it left me kind of unsettled and a little bit rattled. And today I think I'm just going to have a little explore around. We failed an authority check with Titus Hardy. I haven't been able to get my coat. I cannot get the body down. Oh, what's that? So I think the plan for today is to do a few little tasks, have a little look around and see how far we can get, because I have a tendency to oh, I can open it now. Oh, what did I get? Oh, blue naval coat, nice. I have a tendency to hyper focus on tasks and story and not explore and not have a little look around. So that's what I'm going to do today and see if that benefits us in any way. So we're going to talk to some randoms, we're going to do a couple of tasks maybe, and see how that gets the main story along, and hopefully make enough money to have a bed for the night as well. So I think I'm going to start with a bookstore. Let's talk to this lady. Hello. Ooh. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one. Point at the book. Hello. No ceremonies, just hello. A good one.
Yes. Hello.
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
I'm gonna disturb her. We're just gonna poke some. We're gonna poke some nests and see what comes out. You know what I mean?
For something to read.
She reverts her attention to a worn-out paperback. Good.
It is.
I'm a
I
policeman.
know you are.
Ah. Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the bookstand.
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help. Help her
Oh.
by carrying things? Maybe she needs a weightlifter.
Yeah, that's not
Maybe
me.
she needs you to fight her husband. No, that's not it.
Maybe your husband is missing. That's a bit random. Let's click
My
that.
husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is?
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can help you.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay. It's alright to not know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in that. No, I was talking to myself. I should stop. It's okay. No,
Who
let's...
said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
I totally think her husband is
But
missing.
it is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's
I wonder if it's that drunk guy. Okay. I'm going to let you read.
And returns to her reading.
I'm pretty sure there's a drunk guy around here somewhere. Where is he? There he is.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case
Cracked it.
solved.
All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband, the missing husband. It's the future leader of proletarian uprising. It's some third option.
No. Stop goofing around, recruit.
It's her husband, the missing
Yes.
husband.
And you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman Protect and serve, recruit. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Okay. I feel like this is not going to be her husband, but we're gonna... Wait, is this where he fakes his own death? Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
Oh, damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you didn't know where he was.
I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm not good.
Where is he?
She gets impatient, her hands now picking on a random book cover. There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though.
I found a working class drunk. I thought he might be yours.
Because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
But you told me your husband's alright, so is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park, or in Shamrock somewhere. Drinking with his friends.
Oh dear.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She has completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead.
She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing person case here? Don't worry, I'm going to find him and bring him back home, I promise. Well, if he's with his friends, then he's not really missing. No need to. Let's...
I wouldn't be so sure.
He replies before turning to face the working class woman.
Just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Not at all. The RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you. Honestly, I just think missing person cases are mysterious. You're right, unfortunately. Let's split the difference.
They're not all they're cracked up to be, officer.
Why
Most
not?
people either show up on their own, or you never find them.
But isn't that mysterious? Well, I still want to. I want a missing persons case. Okay, I don't want it. But isn't that mysterious?
There's nothing mysterious about incompleteness. It's in fact rather unpleasant.
Loose ends, man.
You're wrong there. Incompleteness is the essence of mystery.
Yeah, I'm going to take it on.
He has questions now.
What kind of questions?
What did your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
Well, like a late-stage alcoholic
That's one
then.
way to put it, yes. No offense. I'd also add he's a little bit chubby.
Wait, did she just imply that you're fat?
Uh,
You're not fat. The body type she's referring to is called a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
I'm not chubby and neither is your husband. What you meant to say is we both share a Franco-Nigerian hard body. I am, I'm under no illusion. I see what else.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs over, voice slightly quivering when she
It's
adds.
his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I
Okay.
even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, if that jacket is really that cool, then I can totally understand. He took it out of the bin. Wow, that's filthy. I can totally
Well,
understand.
what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
Oh,
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast.
okay. And when did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home.
Oh dear.
Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Oh,
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
okay. I think I've got it.
So
Thanks.
you are going to look for him.
Well, yeah. I'm already looking for somebody else's husband.
Don't make her ask.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Okay.
She
So we've
tries
got.
to maintain a brave front.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will, of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Okay. Okay. So we've added a missing husband. So we're looking for 2 missing husbands. That's fine. Let's have a little look around in here. Gift books, molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring
Ooh,
an
barbarians.
extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere. This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right books.
Strawkeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Look through the display books. Let's have a
Rows
little
and
look.
rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man. Maybe 100. Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundai and the false god. Man from Hyundai and the scorched
A bit like the Conan the Barbarian
Man from
books.
Hyundai, the Hyundai colonies. Man from Hyundai and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundai and the snow crabs. Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Is that
Not
all?
even close.
Oh my goodness.
Hyundai in hell. Man from Hyundai and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundai under the lake. Man from Hyundai, Hyundai burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundai Man, and so much more.
Do any of these books call out to me?
Nothing of interest, only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Okay. Let's have a little look elsewhere. Ooh, what do we have here?
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are
Well.
numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
What board games do you have here? Let's have a look through
An
them.
endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Anything that really catches my
There's a
eye?
box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. Nonsense for anemic Beano clogs.
I want to buy Strawkeep. What board game? Oh, maybe I need to make some more money.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends? Family?
Do I have... Wow, I have children, a family. Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant. I don't want to think about this. Let's
Are
split the
you
difference.
actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me. Who'd want to have children with me? I don't feel like I have any kids. I don't feel.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with the pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Ah, so what about all the Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Ah.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Oh, I want to be a cult enthusiast.
Where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
I'm interested in that Rachell game now. Have a little look upstairs. Oh, what's this?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind these curtains? Examine the stage light. Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Oh, I really want to look in these now.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid. But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. All right. I'll think about it for a while.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I'm going to open them.
Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket.
Examine the strange light
You
trinket.
see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Oh, a
Aside from
talisman.
looking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little
Oh.
cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's look at the things. Ghostly silhouette of hairdryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize. Knock on the door, leave. Let's see if I can. Right. I'm gonna see if I have the pry bar in my hand. If that makes a difference. Hang on.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Okay, first check posture.
Steady breathing, solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram.
Check the
The
surroundings.
room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear.
And what about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood.
Yes!
But it has stood there
72.
for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Let's do it. Yeah! Oh no! Did I fail?
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door.
Yeah!
It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
Okay.
I'm not
Awesome.
thinking of trying again, are you?
Smash into the door again. Wordless. Smash into the door. Fuck the system. Smash into the door. Freeze dirtbag. Smash into the door. Hands up now. Smash into the door and shout. Fuck, it hurts. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, let's equip. I think I need a torch. I have a torch. Do I have a torch? Flashlight. Let's equip the flashlight. Okay, we have flashlight. There we go. Hello, Kim. What would you like to say?
What is this place?
Lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's another world beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me. No idea, Kim, but my head hurts. My head hurts bad. I think this might be Artemitep's boxing club for youth and young athletes. There we go.
All right. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Ooh.
Feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one has been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. Okay, I'm just gonna heal myself a little bit. There we go. And we are gonna have a little look around. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Anything we can look at? What's this over here? Let's have a little look over here. Take. Shot put ball. Ooh. Poster says Citius Fortis. The rest is worn off. And what have we got around here? Anything interesting?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Oh yeah, definitely don't pick up.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh, look, Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the barbell.
The weights may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Okay. What's this? Worn out wall balls. They look unsafe. Is there anything else we can look at? Can we go anywhere else? Don't think so. Ah, stairs. Cool. Let's go through here. What's this here? The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. What have we got here? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Rats! A large demijohn full of strange liquid. What's this here? Oh, hang on, I want to look at that. I'll come back round and get these things, I think. Take filament memory. Still rotary blade blowing, slipstream logo. Skis with slipstream printed on a laminated top layer. Go and look at the stuff we missed here. What's this? Ooh, some Rachell. What's this? Blue velvet, soft touch, moth bitten. Look at this. More Rachell. Nice. Might make my rent today. Naked torso, strange yellow colour. Is this Emma's Atelier? Possibly. Are these all the businesses that are empty now? Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. Can we get in anywhere else? What's this here? Is this the way we came in? Oh, there's more stairs. Let's hang on. Let's look at these things.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Let's make the
These
drawings.
lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Let's
It's
investigate.
Father Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Humdor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a welkin supremacist. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on. Why would anyone spend so
Some
much
people
time on this?
really like building a world, I think. Even if
A little bit of social commentary there from Kim. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
this looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
The lieutenant nods at Welkin's facial hair. Well, this has been educational. Let's move
Just look at the
on.
details. So much effort.
And for what?
Inspect the
Photo
photos.
collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
Is this a game or a
Entire
book, maybe?
oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario, a desperate fight for
I wonder if this is that,
energy engulfs the world as
Oh.
Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
These are those games.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Keep reading.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
I obviously didn't.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Oh,
In the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details. The
the
handwriting
notes.
is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat death of the universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
okay. What's this?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
What am I looking
Radio
at?
frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7.
Hang on a second.
UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Wait, who's the games master? If it's a game, then who's playing?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
If it's a game, who's
Whoever
playing?
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Oh.
All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My god. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
Schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Is this a game schedule? Are they talking about their own? Scribbled across a notebook, developers the most advanced RPG in the universe. Is this it's a game within a game. Okay, let's see if we can get... I feel like I missed a room somewhere.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making? No time, let's move. It kind of looks like a counterintelligence program.
I think
Lieutenant takes and steeples his hands.
looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Ah, they were!
Thanks. As a compliment.
How were they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before? And this was a role-playing game? That's what we... It's its own commentary in itself. And how were they planning to do that?
None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master Frequency that listens in on the smaller calling stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories. Function
Cool.
as ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Has anyone done this
Not to
before?
my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
This was a role-playing game?
Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We Were board game, with hit death thrown in.
And what do you think
No
happened?
idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
Lieutenant tilts his head thinking, they were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. I mean, the world is cold and lonely. Let's...
yes, especially in here.
The lieutenant looks around the directly room, pipes howl, the rat crosses the floor in front of your
Okay.
feet.
Let's keep moving.
Okay. Is this another room? Have I explored everything here though? Let's just check that I have actually checked everything that needs to check. What's this? Is this a door? It's like a little cupboard thing. Let's take that. Oh, nice. Gain some money. What is this? This is a bear.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
It's still
The lieutenant
running.
takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a
Of course,
fridge.
Just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He racks his hands, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge
Let's take a
door.
look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Rachell Ice City. A
Aye.
handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Okay, take the note from the door.
The note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the
A
ice
friendly
cream.
cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is the giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from a hyper carnival.
What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I
What is
mean,
even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
yeah, because the fridge is still running.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Why would they still leave it running? It's so weird. There's a lot of weirdness here. What's this?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks
No one has
inside.
used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I hear the murderer of a hangman talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Really? Should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Okay. I'm not going to kick it. I don't want it. What's this? The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now. What else have we got around here? Oh, what was that? The wind howls in from the coal chute above. So, if somebody was upstairs, we should be able to hear them speaking. So, we are currently in the cellar. Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. What's this here? What's this? What are you? The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. Where? Ah. What is this?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
He points up all the
Must be
rifles
an
under the
old
ceiling.
weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches
Where are we? Your hand reaches deep into the darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Rifles,
Is
Kim.
any good?
Inspect the
Most of
rifles.
them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. Bolt action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still beautiful thing in its own way.
Ah, what does this mean, a rifle
It
here?
means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinaise. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Okay. What else have we got in here? Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Anything else? Is that the hole we looked in?
A few bricks have fallen
Yeah,
off.
that's the one we looked in. What's this here? Two rusty rifles hidden above the piping. They're looking inoperable. Right. Let's go back round. How do we get out of here now? What's this? Frozen ice cream machine that's still running. This must be costing somebody a small fortune. What's that there? What was that then?
Yes?
Oh, nothing. You're in the way, Kim. You need to move out the way. Come on. There we go. Let's take that. What's this here?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug
An
them.
electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Unplug that
Something
one.
close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why
Cool.
did you do that?
I don't know.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Plug them in.
Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Okay. What else have we got along here? Oh, that was the way out. Hang on. I need to go back. Oh! Okay. Let's go back in. So this is the front. Intercom wires run in the breaker box. Take all. Mesh tank top. Nice. So we are currently in the first section. So this would be the ice cream shop. How can I get around here now? Is it this way? This way. So ice cream shop. That's the fridge. That's the coal. Let's go upstairs. Checking for things as we go. Okay. Upstairs. Can we go upstairs? Do I need to click on them? Let's go upstairs. This is the room that we were in before. The atelier. That was the way back down. So out this door. Upstairs. Okay. What room is this? Can we go in any of these? No. Let's go upstairs. What is this?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Okay.
This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Knock on it.
Odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing. No one's home. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Okay. Let's have a look over here. What's this? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. What is that? Take all. Postcard, weird. Right, okay. This is as high up as we can go, I think. Let's go back downstairs. Go this way. How did we get back to the store, maybe? That way, okay. I know where we are now. Store, out the gym. Let's go speak to our lady friend. Okay, some thoughts. Merely looking at the unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. No sane person would ever put their head in such a machine. Ah, interesting. Okay, missus, let's put our torch away. Because we don't want to shine that in her face. Interesting. Seems to be a bit of a thing going on here. Hello?
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme
I
measures.
suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a
Just
door.
This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the doomed
It's because
commercial
everyone's
area for
poor.
nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house.
That has more to do with the economic nature of the area that you live in.
I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant. Cursed? I thought the curse wasn't real.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman.
She shrugs, visibly dejected.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
The entity? No, I didn't think so.
Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably.
Oh.
I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there. Chimneys aren't big enough for anyone to live there. Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Okay.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too.
Okay. Right. Let's go back. Kick a furnace. I think this is to do with the drug peddling, maybe. Let's go kick the furnace. Oh, I need my torch. Hang on. What is Keem saying? What is up, Keem? Hang on. Let's get my torch out. There we go. Okay. Oh, did you just want to ask me about the torch? That's fine. Right. Furnace. Where was it? It was up here somewhere, wasn't it? Where are we? Oh no, that's the door to the furnace, so we need to go down. Doon 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 doon. To here somewhere. Where is the door? Through that way. Round this way. Oh no, that's the way out, isn't it? Gotta do a loop, hang on. There it is. Is that it? I'm gonna have to go down. Hang on. Hang on a second. Gotta go through this. I remember it's through this door, isn't it? Through that door. Down we go, where the bear is. Over this way. Some way over here. There it is. Okay. Let us.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
This is police. Who's there? I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety button on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear
Hey.
upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Yeah.
After you, officer.
Leave. Okay. Let's get some answers. Around the polar bear. Up the stairs. Come on. Up the stairs. Up we go. And then it's out this door, isn't it? This door. Up the stairs. Hooray! Okay. Hello. What is here? A tray full of dice, colourful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. Candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Wow. Hello. Hi.
Hello. I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the Legion.
Hold on, what do you mean by Milia? You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about
I'm
dice?
a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with her ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Sure, I like role-playing games. I need some dice. Maybe I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a policeman and I need to ask some questions. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
Okay.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around you are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
Okay. There we go.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about a dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant
It's not a
entity.
malignant entity.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Okay.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Okay.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, where are we anyway? Look, let's have a look.
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Does it mean she's unlawfully occupying a part of the house? Shameful.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows above. I heard this place was cursed. Do you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
There we go.
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
That's true. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She convinced that the place is swarming.
Plaisance,
Blah, blah, blah.
the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes against her, and later everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central portal.
Ah, yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying the bills. There you go.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there, scattered from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get you, no doubt. I'll be first to admit their inconsistency in the so-called curse.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
No.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity. Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this quest.
I think it still might be you that causes this. Now your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. World is a puzzling place. I think it's business decisions and natural market fluctuation, but it might also be something to do with outside influences. So I'm not sure.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises inside.
Oh wow.
Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
Okay.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Okay.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
There used to be a hair salon. What happened to the gym? What's up with the broken windows?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Who's Artemis?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
It's oddly quiet there at the
I think
moment.
it would take more than a gym to help with that kid.
How did that work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinaise even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt.
Oh, sad.
This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris, but what about snuff milieu? Let's do snuff films.
Don't. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
I'm gonna let it pass.
Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect right activists? What in the name of? I didn't know insects have any rights or activists.
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad that someone takes care of the little guys. I like insects, but insects don't have any brains or feelings. They got what they deserve. Making clothes out beetle wings is a terrible idea. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
What's with the rotary blades?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tumutiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
What do they say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
A smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
The lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
Ah.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wiro.
Ah.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedule.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind the curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really, they must have been on a giant. It did look impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if you've been drinking.
Well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. Well, that's too bad. We're going to pick them up the ground.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxiderming beard.
Oh boy, the fabled Rachell ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Alright, what about the other ideas? I don't care about the other, I just want to hear about the bear. Let's hear about the other ideas.
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
I know a girl just like that. She works in the fleet as a cashier. She's not particularly friendly. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour as dogs pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business?
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Rachell ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to repress her headache. It didn't work out.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Rachell ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
It's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Wow.
Scary, but
Megatherion. What's a vision beast? Very cool, but I don't want to hear any more. Megatherion.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life
Alright.
by telling you to do more drugs.
Wow.
a wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Fair enough.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
Okay.
What?
Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you? Nothing. Cough and let go of the tie.
Right. Anyway, now
Ooh,
you know
experience.
the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad, finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the afternoon. Her eyes follow it idly.
Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else?
Okay.
Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
That one.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirling Rags as part of the same building
I
complex.
could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the Interrogate.
I wonder if that's what
I doubt that anyone responds.
the secret door is
If
about.
the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
I saw a name, East Delta Pinball on doorbell.
It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fact. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Let's ask about
It
Slipstream.
can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
Okay.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognises the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else.
Um,
Eerie.
You're right. I probably just got made fun of. No, it was something else, something eerie. It might have been some sort of rare electrical anomaly. Let's split different.
Pranks can be eerie.
She looks as if she's still convinced it was nothing to be worried about.
Oh, the
Okay.
kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Okay. Here we go.
Why would Slipstream SEA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money
I'm gonna
is
get
on
some
the
money of
shop.
that.
I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
Okay.
Sure, I'm listening.
Actually, well,
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
why hasn't I? No. Okay. Let's. Okay. It's all very weird. All very strange. I think I want to. There we go. I'm going to turn these electrics off. Just because I can. I feel like it might be relevant later. Unplug.
Into the brick, an electric sizzle.
Unplug.
Something close to you dies with a...
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
The lieutenant raises his brow.
Okay. We are going to leave through this door. And we're going to pop back around to see Plaisance. Hello. I should probably put my torch away. Speak to her.
What have you found?
I talked to the NC who told me about her name is Neha. She's a novelty dice maker.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, Mama, I felt Aurora. She's not one to blame. She may be involved, but I don't. Anyway, there you go.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth?
I doubt it.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. uncertainty is kin. You've come this far.
She says there is no
You know
curse because there are.
There is an entity behind the entity.
She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of the economic system. The source is a taxidermist shop. He became involved in the dark, in arts darker than taxidermy, brought the void spirits down. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet, but there are still these to be followed. Like the strange radio computer thing, there is another entity more malignant pulling the strings in Martinaise. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Fuck it.
A third order presence, yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best.
You
And
do
if
that.
you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She forms an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters. Darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. What do I do now then? Just gonna have another look behind the building. What's in there? Take all. Orange bum hat. Oh, just a closed door. You look at it suspiciously. Not really seeing anything. Let's go inside the Whirling and Rags. See if we can speak to anybody. If there's anything we can get out of there, take all. I mean, I've made my rent for today, but that's fine. Let's have a go at let's see if we can do the jump with some of the stuff that I've got now. Whether that's going to make a difference. I can hear cars. Is there anything there? No, okay. Go through here. See about a little bit. Okay. Right, let's have a look at our build. +1 physical instrument, reaction speed. Let's take the bag off. Gloves, +1 interfacing, +1 inland harbour. What else have we got? +1 here. Gloves. Put those on. Okay. Let's give this a go. Other items we have. Shot put ball. Postcard. Oh, well, I can sell that if I need to. Postcard. Tattoos. Gum wrapper. I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. But, okay. Right. Let's do a little save. And then let's give this a go.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Okay. Yes!
Sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes, let the senses take in the world around you. Continue the voyage through the salty air. Yes! Ha ha!
Welcomes you. You realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Yes!
You could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Amazing!
With your feet firmly
Yes!
planted, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Okay. Let's take this. Take all. Yeah, got my patrol cloak. Let's fix my outfit. Patrol cloak. +1 shivers, +1. Let's put that on. Let's put my shirt back on. Shoes. Let's go. Do you want to keep the hat maybe? Yeah. +1 spirited corpse. Let's put my... I mean, I look alright. I look alright. I'm going to grab my bag. Where's my bag? There it is. Let's grab my bag. I look okay. Not too bad. Right. Oh. Happy. Let's do a quick save so I don't have to do that again. Yes. Haha. Thank you, Hobo Hat. What's this? Let's have a little explore. Collecting rainwater. Grab some stuff from over here. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent pills now. Let's just grab everything. Grab. Take. Grab. Take. Grab. Grabbing everything. Sorry, Kim. I know, but I get 10 cents a bottle. This is a gold mine for Hobo Cop. Okay. So, anything else? That one. Let's have a look at this. What's this?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud.
Okay.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot over here.
Okay.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. Rene looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you
Okay.
take a picture of Rene?
I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence.
But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Okay. Let's try and get into the thing. Can we get to these stairs here? Ah, here. Okay. Oh, what's this? All around you, great machines and oh my god, put your teeth in, love. Quinscience. What's this? White pine trees are printed on the screen cover. Looks like a forest under snow. Maybe down this way, do we think? Oh, autosave. Okay, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job here. I feel good about things. What do we have? Where is he? Seafages Industrial Gvalsund. Where am I? Where do I go? Over here? Oh, what's this? The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. So he's going to be around here somewhere, isn't he? Pile of cargo boats used for heavy lifting. One says Vermilion. Okay, let's. Oh, what's that there? Speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organise. Let's go this way. Oh, some things to pick up. Let's take that. Anything else? What do we have here? Industrial side thermos smells like burnt coffee. Take all. Okay. What do we have here? What is this? Oh, where am I? Coffee is in a giant thermos. Is still lukewarm. Let's go through here. A stair made of pallets leading up. Ah, oh, there he is. Hello. What's this up here? A taxidermy fish that tells time. Hello.
Before you,
Bonjour.
the walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Well, hello.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Okay.
A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Say nothing, look him dead in the eye. Are you in charge of the dock workers? Let's get straight to business. There's a dead body in the tree. I mean...
This man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank.
He's a big guy.
Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses.
Oh.
For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead.
It's a very fancy
Yet
trailer, though.
he's unperturbed, holding his own.
Stop, this is getting weird. Keep staring. Let's keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips. Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a good one.
That is a very visceral image and quite disgusting.
So...
He begins to speak, albeit very slowly, purposefully leaving a pause after his opener.
Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union.
I am Harry Dubois.
Head of this little operation here. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny folding chair opposite his giant
The
desk.
folding chair looks like a torture device.
I feel like we're going to get absolutely battered here.
You go ahead, detective.
Oh, thank you, Lieutenant. I will.
Whatever he has in store for you, he thinks, I'll do my best. Forget
Let's.
about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's
Okay,
nothing.
so
Yes, That's probably right.
We are Harry Dubois.
Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I'm going to take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Okay, remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Rachell Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable.
It's fine.
chair in
I've got a
the
full
world.
health.
It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It is absolutely
It
comically
should be
large.
sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of
I've
all
already
the
paid for my
stuff
room for tonight. It's fine.
Owe him for?
Uh,
This is a trap.
wait, you know Gart. Thank you, Everett. Take the common clothes check. Take the common clothes. Keep it. I'm good. You can take this common clothes check. Shove it up your ass. Wait, you know Gart.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character.
Lawrence
union man
Gart.
in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Keep it. I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arm on his ample midsection and sinks further into the
Now,
chair.
I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me
Is it
assure
lost?
you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Okay.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun.
It's
The
fine.
world is swallowed by a black hole of fear.
Uh,
Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull.
how do
Lost.
you know?
I know everything, Harry. Right
Oh,
now,
Harry
I know
Dubois.
that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing
Well, that's
it into
nice.
their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Okay.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. Always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
The chair is killing you. Okay, Kim. Kim, turn to Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I
Fine.
wouldn't be so sure about that.
Who does this guy think you are? Ronnie the Rookie? You ain't got
Yeah.
a gun or unpaid bill or forgotten name. You're the bad cop.
Awesome.
More corrupt than him.
Wait, that's it. That's my point of pride here. Sink deep into the folding chair, smile and cross your hands behind your back.
Fuck yeah. Remember when you tried the expression on that little minx in the silver jumpsuit? That was you.
Was it though?
Try it on Everett.
Okay, I'm not going to give him the
The fat
expression.
man does the same, sinking deeper into his chair than one would think is physically possible. He seems to
How
be
did I pass a check on a
enjoying the little
17%?
display. Good. Now lean in with some corruption.
Listen, Everett, pal. We both know that what makes the wheels of the world
As we
turn.
do, Harry. Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters.
This fighter could use a more comfortable chair. Nice bit with the chair, by the way. A good way to keep your guests on edge.
Why, thank you. It's always nice when a fellow professional appreciates your work.
Okay.
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
Thanks for your hospitality. Feel free to visit me down at the station at any time. This is the Worm's Lair. We both know why I'm here, to help grow your hoard. I'm not saying I'm corrupt, I'm rational.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry. I like that in a law man. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? What can Everett Clare do for you?
I think we'd like to ask you a few questions. Don't you think so, Detective?
Lieutenant looks quite fed up with the situation. I'm sorry, I'm
Questions
just...
will show him who's boss.
This
You
one.
might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Because that's my aim for today.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene, worker boots. Yeah, the belt thing, say nothing. You are a community leader. Help your community out. Yeah, the belt
I
thing.
can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of
Okay.
course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Yeah. He picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right and then clicks a
John
button.
Luke, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And John, please take it easy with the race signs. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race signs.
He hangs up and turns back to
You
you.
can find John Luke down at the gates. He's
Yeah.
the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
Okay. I am going to go and get the body down, but I think I want to come and talk to him again. So I... Oh, hang on. Let's find
Of
out.
course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Okay.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my
My
name?
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It's true. My memory's a bit hazy. My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everard over his
Mr.
spectacles.
Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Asking
Okay.
too many questions will make you look weak.
Drama.
You should maybe focus on the folder.
Let's talk.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
I have a name.
Like a Dubois. But you don't feel like a Harry.
Harold.
You don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count or a beautiful man.
Sure, okay. You're Harold. Harmon. Haroldamus. But that's not what the record says. The record says Harry Dubois, a real man's name.
Okay.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss.
He's
Harry.
not. I've been
I,
messing with him.
however, wish to help you any way I can.
Yeah, I'm giving Kim the business. He's not sympathetic to anything. Let's talk about other
Of
matters.
course, Harry, of course.
Uh,
Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
let's talk about the
Yes,
gun.
Your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Okay.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The
Okay.
only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Let's do that one because
Yes.
we know.
Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it.
Okay.
Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinaise.
Okay.
It did not come as a surprise to him.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun
Damn it,
back?
Harry, that's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
He is
Of
not.
course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Okay. What does he want me to do. So I'm told the union is involved with local drug trade. I've just finished investigating the local drug trade. Are you going to ask me how I got in? I wanted to go over a couple of things about me. I want to talk about the hanging. I met Joyce, the company representative. So let's just do that one.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I'm gonna lie to him.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And
Are we
I know
friends?
you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank
Okay.
you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Nice.
One second. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Let's ask about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinaise. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there is a but. Say nothing.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes,
What's your
that sounds
angle?
good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Well, I have.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Wow.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming.
I mean, I'm gonna
Please
do it.
son,
It's fine.
with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about hanging it. Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. I can't accept this thing. Let's find out.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
I have
You
been.
Send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is
No,
it?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean,
A loud,
weasel?
blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his
Just you
nose.
there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Okay.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Flicks
You
his
can get the
fingers.
key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Okay. Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
I have no idea whether that went well or badly. Genuinely, no idea. How do I get out? I need to get out. How do I get out? Oh, I'm going to follow Kim. Hi, thanks Kim. I was lost. I have no idea. I have no idea whether that went well or whether I have had a quick save. I'm assuming everything is great and fine, and I'm now not corrupt, but Vanna sags under the weight of rain and snow, white waves on red. Well, let's have a look. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. I think that went well. Do we think it went well? Do we have any idea? Can we go down those stairs? Yes, we can. This is how we get out. I hope I'm not like corrupt now and on the payroll of this guy, because that would be embarrassing. But let's go get the body down. Let's go get it down. Let's get out of here. Where's the door? There's the door. Let's go see Manana. Where was Manana? Manana was down here, wasn't he? Hello!
So, how'd you like our harbor?
It was nice enough. Labour Utopia, nod approvingly. Complete shit. Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more
Everett said you had a key to a door. I'm a bit short on money right now. Any idea who killed the hangman? Let's do that
key,
one.
huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a
Say
weasel.
no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little
I
wink.
got that key right
Got
here. And
key.
let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about the weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door
Okay.
behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
Hmm.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person? Let's just ask
I'm more
anyway.
of a philosophical block worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Hmm. Okay. Man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Let's go open the apartment first and then deal with Measure Head. Goodbye. I know, more running, Kim. Try and walk a bit. It's not possible. I have to run everywhere. Well, this all feels very successful. I think let's. What was this? What was that? Oh, that's that horrible child. No, thank you. No, thank you. What is this? Oh,
This
that's
must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air. And there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime.
I'm just gonna open it.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
And now, are we going in?
Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold.
Well, I am a curious cat.
Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator, A fountain of quicksilver.
Well, we're
As you
going in.
open the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft.
A whistle. We're going in. Gonna have a little look. Do some detectoring. What's this? Help ourselves to some stuff. Magnesium. What's this? Small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Oh, I've got the hiccups. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Oh. This person's going to be unpleasant, aren't they? I'm going to steal your shirt. What's this?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf.
Oh, is this the owner of the racist mug?
Figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
They're probably racist
The images betray
stereotypes.
a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean
The owner
uncomfortable?
of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole. So what? They can think what they want. This is a free world. Thanks, good to know. I have no opinion. Typical
This
asshole.
person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
So am I, Kim. So am I. Oh, whip out our yellow mug to compare. Let's do that.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same
Oh, creaky chair.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to do his trash.
Ah. I really need to, I don't know whether I need to tighten this chair or oil it, but it's very squeaky.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens.
The thick plottons.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way
Nice.
of magically
Okay.
connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash? Eh.
Who knows?
Oh,
I'm
skill
not
point.
expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Yeah, it is. Okay. May be able to find this person. Anything else? Let's put my detectoring thing on, zoom out. No, that's everything. Okay, well, I suppose it doesn't really matter that we had a little snoop. We don't necessarily have to tell Everett Clark that. What is this? What is this? What is this thought that we're having?
Master investigator, you just can't keep yourself away
I'm
from
nosy.
places, can you?
What do you mean?
Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just busy browsing.
Yes, that's what it is.
Ooh.
Peek here. A short glance there. It's all quite delectable.
Oh, what is this? Let's add that to our thought cabinet. You can always internalize it. It's all good fun. Right, let's go back and do what we originally came here to do, and get the body down. I'm only doing this first, so because otherwise I will forget that I need to go and unlock that basement. Because I am a distracted squirrel. Right. I suppose we need to go and deal with Measurehead, and then I look like I don't look very detectory or disco right now. Maybe I should put my disco clothes back on. Potentially. I'm gonna walk for a bit just to let Kim have a little rest from running around. It's because I'm using the joystick. The joystick is always like makes you run. More than enough to please a woman. Okay, let's go and have a... Hello.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Hi.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Well, you know, late stage alcoholic, it's gonna.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Let's go with the police line. Let's be... My body is unimportant, because we have his boss's back in, so...
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Valrul.
I don't want to... His face contorts in disgust if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it.
Yeah,
An
that's
invisible
fine.
soul of Valrul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Well, that's fine. I'm an alcoholic, so...
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence
Oh my god,
of
that's
the
amazing. Ham
ham
sandwich race.
race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it. I am the police. I need you to comply. Race stuff is unimportant. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help.
That was not
Attempting
begging.
to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were
Well,
once
I
a
don't
noble
represent my
and
entire...
powerful race.
What I mean.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war.
That's a
Besides
really weird
aerostatic
combination of
aircraft.
things.
You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Bit of a
You
mix of...
dominated lesser cultures, like
Yeah,
the
colonizer's gonna
Greek
colonize.
and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
That's fine.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Don't really care right now.
Yeah, you know it.
You're right about all this now. I just need you to cooperate with me as police. The situation is serious. Your people have probably killed the man. That's fine.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
I'm literally just like a weird
The
little
walls
volunteer
will be
cop.
lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
And you are standing on a bridge.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Tar.
So noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
I mean,
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
wait, that means showing everyone we're taking orders from the Union. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that? Okay then, let's ask the
This
lieutenant.
is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with the command.
Ah, that's fine.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Boring. Okay then, wait. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
See that they stay here the whole time.
Okay, bye. I mean, everyone's gonna end up hating us anyway. I've already feel bad because I made that other guy sad. Doesn't really make much difference, does it?
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Why are you with Measurehead? Yeah, we're the law around here. Apparently so. We're just trying to keep things... Apparently so.
I like men with guns and power. I'm Kat.
I have neither.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Probably the branch.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I don't. I've seen enough of that dead body already.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops!
I'm very suspicious of this guy.
Lapdogs. Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes...
Get him, Kim.
This is too small for you.
I'll work with whoever I want. Yes, I'm unbelievably corrupt. I'm corrupt. It's none of your business. I'm incredibly suspicious of that guy.
Shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinaise. It's Kuno.
Oh, that little weirdo.
The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Oh, okay, good-o. Well, at least I didn't have to get into any kind of stuff with Measurehead, which is nice, because...
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
I will probably speak to him at a later date. I want to go and have a look at the body, so let's just go. Measurehead is the law. Measurehead is just standing on a bridge. You know what I mean? He's not really doing anything of any particular value apart from standing on a bridge spouting race theory, so let's not go there. Come on, Kim, catch up. Did you get left behind? Okay. I think we will go and do a field autopsy, and then I think that's me done. Let's go and have a look at this situation. Okay, that is not the
The corpse
best.
lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy.
1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okay.
The fuck are they on about?
Shut up.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor? Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open? I've got it.
The lieutenant adjusts
We're
his
it.
glasses
You know what I
and
mean?
takes a deep breath.
Okay. First, what exactly is a field autopsy? Tell me something, dead man. Try to move the dead man's boots. Let's see what the dead man has something to say. Do you have anything to say? No.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my
Maybe as we go
memento
along.
mori features. If possible, also see me in your dream.
Okay.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Yeah, let's get back to this later. I want to equip my other gloves. Give me a
I
second.
hope we do. It's getting really late for an autopsy.
Okay. I just want to equip my other gloves. Let's have a look. Let's do these. Is there anything else here that we can put on that's going to give us an edge? Neat office shades. Let's put them on. +1 logic. Let's put that on. Okay. I want to put his original. Okay. Let's do
The rotting man
the
lies
autopsy.
on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Okay.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay.
Come on, officer. You know what
Ah,
to do.
see, there we go.
You've done 100 of them.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Okay, I'll let you do it, Kim.
When I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes.
Okay. We just fill this in, right? Showing the Redfield autopsy form in your ledger. Yeah.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Kind of.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Okay.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Okay. Begin 1 assistant.
That's you.
That's me. Right. How do I?
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box
So excited we
says,
have a name. Coroner's case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
Okay, write it down.
Next, we've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing.
Write down Lily.
What's next? Date of birth?
Date of birth. We don't know. Age.
Roughly 50.
Okay, roughly
the
50.
corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
We're going off what Joyce told us, really, aren't we? More than anything. Continue.
Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race.
Mondial.
Write that
The
down.
pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex. The little monster exclaims energetically. It's so weird, these kids. Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Okay.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only 1 box remains.
Evidence of
No.
treatment.
At least not after the initial examination.
Okay.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway? I'm not so sure. Didn't footprints look like he was carried over? Agreed, no treatment. I'm not sure. What exactly is it?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Well, potentially.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the
Bit late for
stations
that.
of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Road, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey.
Oh.
It's raining outside, light drizzle. There darkness in the shed.
Oh.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant MacDawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Oh.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Oh, that's quite a lot. Well, depending on the size of the city and the size of Jamrock. 42.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
So what have we got here? We've got external examination summary, internal examination summary, description of injuries summary. Let's start with the external examination.
The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
So weird.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Okay.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something.
We are professionals. Thank you very
The
much.
rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I going to get them? Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
We're going to write that down as well.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Which has been good for us because it would have been a lot worse.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on. I mean...
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch.
Stroke his hair.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head.
Okay, I'm not going to keep
Lividity
petting
is
him.
consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Nope.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
I will.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write it down.
Ligature mark.
Fuck Kuno. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Still worrying.
Damn it.
There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You put just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we've got these chain cutters. Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Get cutters. Let's do that.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below.
See how well we can do
With
this.
as much precision.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
So
No,
weird.
he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
72%. Click.
After some deliberation,
It's so
you sink
skillful.
the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on
Nice.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Oh.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature.
Yeah, that's a hanging.
Suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Lieutenant has Neil closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okay, write
Chest
that
is
down.
intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've
So
been waiting
weird.
for.
Weird
Ever since the
kids.
autopsy began.
Don't do
The
drugs,
lieutenant
kids.
is
Or
trying
do
to
them
make it as
responsibly, you know.
boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable.
We're not going to do any of that. It's not relevant. We're going to write it down and move on.
Symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It
Mm.
must have been
Oh, yeah.
excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier, a mercenary.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Write it down.
Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, and then moves on to the left. On the other hand, pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from.
Damn it.
From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbeau. What can I do you for, Il Corbeau de Cappadocia?
Pleasure's all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger of to tenderness? It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair? Nothing, I've got nothing.
You get
And you
me,
back it.
Corbeau. I feel like you were once, for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front.
Ah, that's because you're dead.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of
Okay.
injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Okay, write that down.
That's all. Well done. What next?
Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes
Blech.
almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on
Oh,
the
that
dead
would be
man's throat
unpleasant.
and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
You...
Jack that fucker off!
You're very strange.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are
Oral
used.
cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Okay.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Let's look in his
No
mouth.
scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his.
Have I eaten anything that I could
No,
throw
you
up?
don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
What?
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Okay.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
What? Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Right,
Same
non-applicable.
for toxicology and serology.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do. Let's do that.
Like a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if it was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Okay, let's add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Right, non-applicable and add toxicology
Roger, let's go.
requested.
The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Okay, write that down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly. Write it down amid the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Okay, bite marks?
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Fair enough.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to
That's
causing
cute, eh?
post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Okay, right that down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark?
Dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact.
Okay.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter.
Interesting.
Signs of clawing.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion, fatal injury, non-fatal post-mortem. Let's do opinion.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
I feel like I've missed
We
something.
also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. Oh, no.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional.
Professional.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
No. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Okay, rip out the
Processing.
copy.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
I feel like I missed
You
something.
tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Can we establish probable cause maybe to... Let's... On a 3%. Let's just leave Let's see if he'll talk to me.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines.
Okay.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, Devon.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you had ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Okay, yeah, but where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Let's ask him that.
Love did me in, brother Kobo. It was love all along.
Okay.
Come back later, Kobo.
Look in mouth. +1, -1 established probable
memento
cause.
mori features. If possible, also.
Let's give it a go.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Gunder's
His
fingernails?
have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yes, there's something we're not seeing. I've got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse now. Let's.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body.
Okay.
We want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Oh yeah, there was.
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the dark.
Why, yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Okay.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay. Let's go pop him in the fridge and then call it a day, because I feel like I have missed something and I would like to examine him again. So let's go through here. Did I turn these off? Let's turn them back on.
Both cables are unplugged, somewhere in the dark.
That's
a
the
giant
one.
electrical mammal stirs to life.
Yes, that's the one we want. And it's over here somewhere. There it is.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
So what do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough.
Okay.
But the optics on this are awful.
That's fine, we're not going to tell anyone.
We need to be as silent as we can.
It'll be our little secret, Kim.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay.
The two of you, easily.
Let's do
The body
this.
is heavier than stinkier. It takes half an hour to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Okay.
A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Okay.
Definitely earn a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
You really, you think it's good work? I'm not sure I believe you. Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire. I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that.
We'll be fine. No one's gonna know. This'll be fine.
This does
Be
not.
fine.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
Okay. I think this is a glorious achievement and people need to hear about it. We did our best with the means at our disposal. Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge. This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists and this is our vision. We did our best.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Yeah, we did.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Okay.
Inside the icy realm of the ice beer fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay, I'm just going to close the door. And that's me done, I think. I've done pretty well. I've done pretty well today, considering I was just going to biff about for a bit. So we've got him down. I feel like I've missed something on the autopsy. I've definitely missed something. So we need to ask some more questions and then go back, which will be for next week, because we are done. I have an allotment video also on my second channel that's coming out this weekend. You can find a link to that down below. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. If you would like to hang out with me some more, there is an end card coming up with a link back into my channel. I play weird games and cute games and just anything that catches my eye. I'm currently working through this one. Obviously, I will be playing some other stuff as well when I get some time. But yeah, have a lovely week. Bye bye.